Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So we are a little video on paint lid care. Let's go that route. So when I get paint bottles in the mail, or if I go to hobby store or whatever and buy paints, purchase them, whatnot, this is something I do when I get them in the mail. This is something I just kind of started doing. I haven't done this, I've tried different methods and different techniques, and this is the only thing I find that actually works the best. And that's to clean your lids when you're done, or if you get the jar from new, clean the lid before you even put it on the shelf. So I have a bottle right here. This is MCW. You guys know I'm an MCW fan. I use a lot of this stuff, and there's nothing more frustrating than when you pull a bottle off the shelf and you can't get the lid off it. Because a lot of times you go to grab it, like, yeah, let's get this model paint, and you're like this one, it's welded on. Oh, I just got it. Oh. So as you can see, look at that there. See how nasty that looks? And the cap's all full of paint. That's why you can't get it off, because the paint has gone up into the cap. So even if you have the cap or the jar sitting on your shelf, you tip it over, all that paint's going to sit in the end there, and there's that seal up in there. Well, if it doesn't go completely sealed, you're going to get a little bit in those threads. And every time you take that on and off, it's walking that paint up and down those threads when you pull that cap. So every time you go to take that off, you got that little bit on the top, you put it back down, you're just setting that paint into the threads. And yeah, so it just becomes a nightmare to get the lid off, and then here you go. So this is going to be a good one we're going to use for an example. I actually tried this a couple times. I couldn't get off this. It's funny, it just come off. So that's good. So we'll take you over the bench, and I'll show you what I'm doing to these. And I know a lot of you guys probably maybe already do this. That's great. Just to help you out. But I'm telling you guys, don't be that guy. Just a little extra time, it'll save you a headache and hassle forever and ever. Because I'm telling you, I do this all the time, and I hate that I can't get the lids off. I've damaged so many tops and lids of these things trying to get these bottles off. I've even drilled holes in them before to get the stuff out and filter it out to make sure there's no shavings or anything from the drill bit from going through the metal. I've had them that bad, and I've tried the thinner trick. I've had some that are just welded on so bad I can't get them off. But that's another story for another time. Let's take you over the bench, and let's take a look at how we do this. Alright guys, so we have our assortment of paints here, and these open. So this is what happens a lot of my lids when I can't get them open. I use the old robo grips. I smash. I hawk the thing, get all mad at it, and then I come around, I do the old twist. I've broken a couple of these bottles in my hands before. Not a good time. I just, I'll get off there. So now I found if I clean it, they come off no problems. So we have the Rapid Red, same thing. Now this here, I've never used this. This will be basically the second time I'll open it since I bought this. So when I buy these, I first take them, and I'll take the lids off. So what I'll do with them is I'll clean everything up and then put it back in. The biggest secret is, or trick is, it's really not a secret I guess, is just don't lay the bottle over, don't tip it over. But if you do, it's no big deal. You can just clean it up. So the red, these are a lot of bottles I've already gone through and cleaned. You don't have to get them perfect, but you can see where it's up inside there. And just clean that off a little bit. And that bottle hasn't been opened in a long time. This one here I just used on that Mustang. So if you have it to where, you have a paint mixer, that's the best thing to use. Take the lid off, nicely paint mix it. But if you can't, go ahead and shake the bottle up. You go ahead and shake it and get it ready to go. And obviously you take the lid off. You have all that paint inside that cap and all over the top here. So when you go put that cap back on, you're just running that paint down in those threads, and you just welded that on after, about a week's time, 2 weeks, you're not going to get that thing back off. So what I like to do is clean this. So before I do anything, I take some towel, usually some heavier grade towel. These are like the Scott towels you get. And I'll go through and I'll wipe the top off. Real easy, just real quick. And you'll see how much paint is on there. It's amazing how much is on there. And I go ahead and wipe the threads off. You may want to glove up for this if you're needing to. But this here, I'm taking my chances. Same as the cap. The cap's a little harder to clean. So your first one to do is get the majority of it out of there. Like I say, this might be just basic stuff for a lot of guys, but I'm telling you what, this is a lifesaver. It saves so much time in the end, because you don't have to worry about those caps not coming off. So okay, you get it pretty clean. So now I'll do is I'll take a little thinner. This is a little bit of unicorn tears, or you can use some thinner of your choice. You can take either a new towel or just turn this around and just give a little dip in here, let it soak up, and then clean the inside of that cap out. And like I say, you don't have to get it perfect. So I do this now on every one of my bottles that I get. And just all you need is that. And I'll take this here, and I'll go around the top one more time and around those threads. Look at my extra paint we got off that. And this bottle's good to go. Now I can come back to this a month from now and that lid will come right back off like nothing to it. Providing I don't spill it over. This is Jamaica Blue. This is one I use from Bigfoot. As you can see, it's obviously hasn't been shaken or anything. But it's one of those that it's on there pretty good. So we're going to do, I got two ways of doing this. Like I said, I can take this and smash this, get that off there. Or the other trick, which I've seen a lot of guys do, you can tip that over and take a little bit of thinner. I just put a little bit in the pipette, and you put a little bit just in the corner down here. Just let it suck in there, let it wick its way around, and you leave it. Just leave it sit. Let the thinner do its job. It don't take that long. I've seen caps come off right away, and I've seen caps take, a long time to come off. So we're going to leave that sit for a while we're doing this, the rest of this. You get thinner on these mats, it takes the color right off in it like nothing. So you just saw I opened this. I struggle with this. I couldn't get it open. So it's still a little tight to get out there. So you can see all that nasty up here. See all that? Like I said, that's what's getting in the threads when you go to turn that down. So we're going to get a new towel because we're changing colors. So don't cross-contaminate. Now this here I'm going to start with thinner because I don't want any of these big chunks to go in the bottle. So just going to start with a little bit thinner on the towel. Like so. And we'll work our way around, trying to drag it to the outside. So you can see the big chunks there. Get that cleaned off real nice. So you can see there's a lot of paint there on the edge. So we're going to try to get that off there. That thinner will work its way through there after you give it a couple applications. So that way you'll get that cap on there nice and you don't have to worry about it next time. So we need a little bit more in there. You can see how the extra paint that's coming off the towel. That's what's holding her on. So there we have it. There's a majority over there. That lid's looking pretty good. Probably go around that one more time. That one was on there pretty good. Now I'd like to do is take just the regular part of the towel and get this out of here first. Just get some of the bulk out of it. And then I'll go through the thinner side and I'll wipe it out with that. Like I say, I didn't do this on this jar. That's why she's coming off hard. So hopefully that Jamaica Blue will come off here in a little bit. So there's that. And so let's clean that jar pretty good. So we're going to give it a little more thinner and we'll wipe that off. We're going to call that bottle good. Because we need more thinner. Any thinner work, you don't have to use unicorn tears. I just haven't had it sitting here on the bench. So you can see there's a tough spot right there. And this is something you just want to do, sit on some Saturday afternoon in between things. Just go through and clean your bottles up. I just started doing this just recently, and I tell you what a lifesaver. So there we have it. That's nice and clean. So now we can put the lid on. Even threads on nice. And you can feel it's got a nice definite stop. It doesn't have that as you're twisting it down. So there's that. So we have a Tamiya jar. So this one's on pretty good. Oh yeah. So same thing. Alright, we'll get another towel. Usually one towel per jar usually does the job. And we're going to go through and try to wipe that off first. Sometimes you'll feel it's very sticky or tight. So if that's the case, same thing in here. We'll wipe this first. Because these lids are harder to clean because they have that little edge down there. But they usually don't stick as bad, but sometimes I get them where they stick pretty good. So we're going to start with this here. We're going to start inside the cap. Because these are a little harder to get to. And I try to force that paper down into that groove. best I can. You can see it cleans that up really nice. Clean the threads off the lid, and that should be pretty good. Now same with the bottle. We'll do a little more here. Get this cleaned up. Nice thing about the lacquer, it does clean up a lot easier than the enamel. But you can see all that paint in those threads. That's what makes it stick. Okay, simple as that. Now jars, good to go. These Tamiya jars work really nice, but they do weld on at times. So like I say, the biggest thing is just don't tip it over. And if you do, just go back and clean the lid off. Like, oh, even if I get one of these, like say we can use this one for example. I'll just drip that out of there. Oops, she's blue, so she must got some of it out of there. So even if you get this, obviously it's going to be in the mail. It's going to be shipped to you this way, or when you get it home, it's in your seat, or it's flopped up to whatever. I'll first do is I'll get it, I'll take it. As soon as I open it up, crack that lid, clean it off, stick it on the shelf. And same as this here, I'll see if this is going to come off. This thinner thing usually works pretty good. But yeah, so let's see what we got here. Oh, she's going. Yes. Oh yeah, look at that. It got up in there. Wow. Okay, so that works all right. So once again, new towel. So that softened up that outer paint really easy for me with that thinner. That wicks up in there pretty good. Sometimes you gotta let it sit for a while, a long time. Yeah, that got up in nice. It's cleaned off pretty good. We'll do the same thing. We'll clean this cap out. That's the last one we're going to do, just to show you guys real quick. Like so. Look at that fancy metallic in there. Alright. Let's fold that towel over so we can reuse it. And we're going to go in here. Once again, get that cap. Now this cap's kind of nasty. You can see all the chunks in there. So we're almost thinner, so I'm just going to dump that in there. Let that sit in there work for a second. We're going back to the lid, or the jar itself. The lid. That cleans it up pretty good. You can see all the extra that was still on there. Get the threads. And now this bottle should open up pretty good for me. Make sure we got everything here. Squeaky clean. Okay, now I'll try to get this cleaned up a little bit more. And there's times you're not going to get it 100%, but if you get it 99% of the clean, it's going to come out for you. The thing is too, you get these little chunks in there. That's going to keep it from sealing down tight also. So you want to get kind of the bigger stuff out of there. All right. So Jamaica Blue is good to go again. Okay guys, that's where we have it. So that's what I've been doing in my jars and keeping them nice and tidy. And I'll tell you what, every time they'll open it up for you. You don't have that blue in there. So I should go through and clean that a little bit more. So if you get a little bit extra, you can always take a toothpick and try to clean some more out of there. Like I said, it's one of those Saturday projects you want to sit and we got nothing else to do. Because this can be time consuming. You're like, oh man, let's sit there and clean paint bottle jars. You kidding me? Yeah, I know. But like I say, I think it's worth it. We'll get this one a little more clean here. I pulled a lot of stuff off that one. There we go. That's about better. That's better. Okay, now Night Mist Blue is good to go. Okay, guys, there we have it. That's my little way of keeping these jars open free to where they open nice. Just don't tip them over once you clean them, and they'll last a long time. Obviously, if you do tip it accidentally, just go ahead and take and wipe them off real quick, and you're good. And if you have to shake it because you don't have one of those handy mixers or whatnot, go ahead and tear it up. But once you get done pouring it in or piping it in, however you're doing it, clean the lid, put it back on the shelf ever so carefully. So we have it, guys. My little how-to for you on how I keep them clean. Once again, I appreciate you tuning in the channel and checking it out. We'll see you guys on the next video. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.